Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a bag reveal, which is my favourite kind of video to do, but this one is a little bit different. So I didn't actually buy this bag, I was sent it, and instead of doing a big kind of hoo-ha around the reveal, I'm just going to show you the bag. So it's this bag right here, and you may be able to see something a little bit different about it. So this isn't by Hermes, this is from a brand called Parodie Officiale, and I first heard of this brand on Mel Soldera's channel. I'm sure most of you know who Mel Soldera is, but on the off chance you don't, she also does handbag fashion videos. She's super chic, so if you like bags you'll definitely like her, so I'll link her channel down below. But she had a mini Kelly inspired bag, which was this beautiful blue colour and had loads of little patches on it, and I remember seeing it on her Instagram, and I remember seeing all the comments underneath it going, oh my god, did you patch up a Kelly? And she hadn't. It was from the brand Parodie Officiale. And then a little while after that they got in touch with me, and the owner Clive asked if I wanted one of their bags, and I wasn't completely sure because I knew I liked the look of them, but I just wasn't sure what to think about the brand. Anyway, so I ended up picking this one, which is the Olivia 35. So their sizes do correspond to the Hermes sizes. They do an Olivia and a tilde. The tilde is in the shape of the Kelly, but they also do different kind of twists on them. So all the bags have the kind of signature Parodie Officiale silk patch, but they also do kind of extra straps, different sizes, that sort of thing. So I'll be going through the bag. Also a little bit on the kind of debate around it, because I definitely wasn't sure what I thought about the whole kind of concept when I first came across it, but then it kind of got me thinking about the bigger debate of inspired by versus fake, so I thought I'd kind of talk a little bit about that as well. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So the bag did actually come with its own dust bag as well, which I've since managed to misplace in the chaos that is my room at the moment, but I do have another one of theirs. So this is the dust bag. They're really nice quality, and they just say Parodie Officiale there. I do also have two bag liners as well, and this is the small size. Oh gosh, that's coming up really bright. And then they also do a bigger size, and I think these are just launched, but they're really nice. I really love the bag liners. This one's really quite large, the smaller one is a bit of a baby one. They have this really beautiful kind of leather trim as well, and they're drawstring, I believe, so you can pull them as well if you want for a little bit of extra security. But we have a zip right there. These are just really, really nice quality. I love them. So I was actually thinking about doing a whole kind of guide / review on different bag liners and shapers. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. I don't really have any at the moment. I used to have a Samorga one, which I bought for my Mulberry Bayswater, and then I sold my Bayswater, and then I gave the bag liner to the person that bought it from me as a gift, because what was I going to do with it otherwise? So now I don't have any except for these, but I thought about maybe trialing some out. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know, and I will start ordering some and testing them out and hopefully do a whole guide on them. But I thought these ones were really nice, but anyway, that's beside the point. So this was the dust bag, although they had a much bigger one for this, obviously, and it came with the proper kind of felt, so it was like a legit job. It was really quite impressive. I haven't taken the plastic off yet, so let's do that now. Ooh. Oh goodness, there's quite a lot of plastic, right? Is there anything more exciting than taking plastic off a bag? It's hardware. I love it. It's just such a satisfying feeling when you peel. Right. Ooh, okay. I think that's it for the plastic. Is there any inside? No. Okay, so this is what the bag looks like. Does it have a lock? Oh, I found the dust bag. Oh gosh, I'm such a numpty. Right, the dust bag was inside. So this is the large dust bag, and then inside you have a card as well. I can get it out. So this just says Parodie Officiale, and it comes with a, I think this is an authenticity card, which is quite funny. So it comes with its own authenticity card, and then inside it's really kind of quite big inside, quite sturdy. You have a pocket right there, and then you have a zip there. So I have never owned anything by Hermes. It's not really my brand. Hang on, I'm having a situation. Right, there we go. I've never owned anything by Hermes, so I can't really say how this stacks up to the quality, but to me this seems like very, very nice quality. The leather is Italian leather, the patches are Indian silk, and the bag is half man-made as far as I can tell, so everything but the stitches was man-made or man-constructed, I guess, and these are made in Korea as well. And so that is the bag. The leather is this beautiful kind of grain leather. It smells like any kind of nice quality leather would as well. And then it does, oh, more plastic on the feet. And then it just has the 4 feet as well. So that is the bag. You do have a little thing which I can never remember the name of here, and it's a fairly weighty bag. I'm not gonna lie, it's not super light, but I'm guessing, I've heard that the Birkins are quite heavy anyway. So that is it. They do these in a really nice taupe colour in the different sizes, and then they also do the, so this is the Olivia, and then they do the Tilda, which is the Kelly equivalent, in a few different sizes and colours, including like really kind of dinky mini ones with lots of different patches as well. So I'll link all the info below. They don't have a proper website, but they do have an Instagram and an email, and you can see all the different lines and collections on their Instagram. As far as I can tell, these are really quite popular, so there's a waiting list and they release them in batches. They all are all kind of carefully made, they're not mass produced or anything like that. And I was talking to Clive, who is the owner, about how he got started, because it's kind of an unusual idea to do it, you know, exclusively on the Hermes styles, but adding these patches. And he was basically like, he's a huge bag lover as well, and he wanted to create a bag brand that was fun and whimsical, but still based on very classic traditional designs, especially to make something accessible that isn't accessible for a lot of people, either because of availability or because they can't afford it, or perhaps just not willing to make that financial investment, because obviously anything from Hermes is a pretty major financial investment. So I decided to go for it, obviously, and I've been really impressed with the quality. It's actually really, really lovely quality, and I think it's kind of a really fun and different idea. As I said, I wasn't totally sure about it when I first saw them, because I was like, does this count as a fake bag? I wasn't sure, and then I kind of thought it through, and I specifically thought of Zara actually, because if you think about why Zara is popular, for me, I think of Zara as the high street brand which is closest to the runway, and I feel like that's why a lot of kind of fashion people like the brand, because you can get very runway inspired items and it looks a lot more expensive than it is, but at the same time they do very, very specific pieces which are pretty much exact copies of design items. So I know I bought a pair of pumps, two-toned pumps from there about 2 months ago, which are dead ringers for Chanel. They release tweed jackets which are very, very Chanel inspired. They do that with quite a few different pieces, and I know on my Instagram I just see everyone wearing these pieces and everyone seems to love them, and these are from people that own Chanel as well, Chanel from the boutique, and there doesn't seem to be any kind of problem with that. But at the same time, I know I'm a massive snob when it comes to fakes. I would never buy a fake, but where is that line? And so I thought it was just kind of weird how I was a bit hesitant at first, but I was like, actually there is no reason, because this brand isn't pretending to be Hermes. I guess it's just shades of grey rather than completely black and white, because as long as, you know, Zara piece doesn't say it's Chanel, then it's absolutely fine. Whereas, you know, obviously I think most people's problems with things like that are if you're buying what you think is a Chanel bag and it's actually fake. But let me know your thoughts, because I'm very curious about the whole debate. But I think that this is a really fun idea, and I love the little patches and the design. I think it's really, really fun. In terms of why I went for this style, which is the Olivia Birkin, rather than the Kelly equivalent, which is the Tilda, I basically wanted to test out this style. If I was ever gonna go down the Hermes route, I think I would go for a Birkin. Having said that, I think the Fendi Peekaboo has kind of changed my mind a bit, so I always thought I'd go for a Birkin, but having had Peekaboo and just really enjoying the style, I do think the Peekaboo and the Kelly are quite similar, and I just really have been loving it. I think the functionality is great, it's very ladylike, and that makes me much more inclined to think about a Kelly in the future. But I went for this because I wanted to try out the style. If you watched my recent video, which was my shopping rules, I said the number one thing that I am not buying is heavy tote bags without a a strap, and this obviously is exactly that. So I want to see if I like the style enough to get past that and to make it work. So we'll see, and you never know, I might be putting a Birkin on my wish list in the future. The reason why I don't have anything from Hermes at the moment, because I do get that question a lot, I feel like I have answered it before, but basically the reason is I'm pretty much a Chanel girl at heart, and whenever I think about going for a Birkin or a Kelly, I always compare it to the Chanel Jumbo, which is my holy grail bag, and I know I would always pick the Chanel Jumbo over a Birkin or a Kelly. And so in light of that context, it doesn't really make sense for me to then try and save up for a Birkin or a Kelly when it's much more expensive and much more difficult to get as well. So never say never, and I think this is going to be a really interesting test to see if I can make it work. But that's basically why I haven't gone down the Hermes route, but I guess we'll see. And that's it for this video, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on the whole inspired by debate and what you think of this bag and this brand as well. I feel like this might be a bit controversial, so I'm very curious to hear from other bag lovers what your positioning is. I know they're very, very popular, so clearly a lot of people like them, but yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'd be very, very curious to hear. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.